This conversation is Danelle Dixon. She is CEO and Executive Director of the Stellar Development Foundation, a nonprofit group that supports the growth of the Stellar blockchain network. She is here with me in our DC studio. So, Danelle, great to see you in person. Of course, we were having that conversation with Paul Brody. My follow-up question to his optimism was, okay, well, what stands in the way? One of his answers was regulation, and that was a subject we were just discussing with Fred Thiel of Marathon Digital. We're here in Washington. I'm assuming you're having conversations around this. How optimistic are you on the regulatory front here in the U.S.?
So I feel like we need to get something done here in the U.S. in order for us to really set the standard, if we want to set the standard, which I think the U.S. government is going to want to do that. So I'm very optimistic that we're going to get something on stablecoins by the end of the year. And the reason why is because we don't have a choice. If we want to have a voice in this, we need to get it done this year.
When you say the U.S. government, who are you referring to? Is this a congressional question? Is this the SEC CFTC question? Is it the Biden administration and directives coming from the White House? I mean, who realistically is in charge?
Well, we've actually already seen the Biden administration indicate, at least on stablecoins, that we need to see something happen there. So I feel like that's already been a directive from the White House and the administration. And then we do need to see in Congress, we need to see them take that and run with it and create something for us. So they're in charge of the legislation with respect to stablecoins, in my opinion. And we need to see it because once we see stablecoin legislation, we're going to see adoption of more by digital assets of more companies that are in the Web 2 space, which is essentially what I think we want. If we want a strong U.S. dollar and we want a strong U.S. dollar globally, a U.S. dollar stablecoin is a way to see that happen.
You are, Danelle, at Stellar behind the development and growth of this technology in this industry. Does it have to be in the U.S.? Or why are you so U.S.-centric, seeing as other countries are so much friendlier to the crypto industry than the U.S. seems to be?
Well, I love the fact that other countries have actually taken a lead on this, but I don't want us in the U.S. to be forgotten because I think it's a really important place where we have a lot of innovators and a lot of developers who are already really focused on this tech stack, and we want to see them be able to get their technology out and make it more utility-focused and usable. So I just don't want us to stay so far behind in the U.S. that we